What up, everyone? Got another box, another review, power-up box. Good stuff. Let's get into it. First, a quick announcement. So, I'm not sure when this video will be posted because I take forever to edit videos, but Saturday, possibly this Saturday, August the 22nd. I want to get this out there before I forget because a lot of work's going into it and I keep forgetting to announce it and let it out there. I will be part of a live hangout, chat, video conversation group thing for everyone to enjoy. Me, Johnny Tellez, your average techie, and the grumpy nerd, four of the titans in the box industry, will all be getting together and we'll be doing a nerdy monthly box hangout. We'll be talking about boxes and you guys can come on there and ask questions for me or anyone on there and just talk about stuff. So it'll be a live feed. I'll put the link in the description below, so feel free to come hang out. This is going to be a regular show of theirs, and I'll be the special guest for this episode. So I just wanted to make sure and mention that and get that out there so everyone knows about it. So I'd love to see you guys there. I'm super excited for it. It'll be really cool to get us all in the same video. I've never really chatted with them live before, so they're really cool. I talked to them all before, but it'd be really awesome to get together. So I'm super excited for it. So hope to see you guys there. It should be really fun. And yeah, so check it out. Anyway, power-up box. One thing you're going to notice right off the bat, the box is way smaller. They had a standard size box for the longest time, and now it went tiny. And I've seen box companies doing this before, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why they would do that. You would assume like to save money on shipping, but it wouldn't save any money on shipping because shipping doesn't go by size per se, it goes by weight. And if you're putting the same stuff in the box, it's going to be the same weight no matter what box size you put in there. So I'm not sure why they would do it. The only reason I would think to do it is so there's not extra room so things don't bang around. But this box specifically didn't have enough room so things got damaged. So I don't know why they picked a smaller box, but I don't like that. That was a bad choice because things were crammed too much in there and things got damaged. And plus, I like the old box. It was big. I liked a big box. I'm paying a lot of money for this box. I want a big one. So I'm not sure why they're doing that. I hope they don't continue with that, though, because there wasn't enough room for everything, and it damaged things in there. So hopefully it's just this 1 month, but who knows. Anyway, so starting off, we got a t-shirt. The nice Captain America t-shirt. So one good thing that I definitely love about this box, and everyone can appreciate, shirts are always branded. This is actually a Marvel brand shirt. So you're not going to see any shitty crossovers in this box, which thank God for that, because I know we're all like so sick of crossovers, so sick of like undermining copyright law. So that's one great thing you can always count on this box for, having branded stuff, which is very appreciated. But it's appreciated, but you're also paying more, so it's expected. So you're paying more for the quality, which I think most people are okay with. I think people are okay with shelling out a few extra dollars to make sure it's nice quality. Because if it's crap quality and it doesn't fit, then it's worthless. Then you spent money for nothing. So I'd much rather pay a little bit extra to make sure the quality is there. So this shirt is good. I like this shirt. I'm pretty sure I saw this exact one at Target a while back for like 10 bucks, nothing special. But it's still branded. It's still nice quality. It seems semi-fitted. So I'm going to give this shirt an 8 out of 10 because of the things I just mentioned, because of quality and branding. The reason it didn't get higher is because, you know, let's be honest, it's not like spectacular, there's nothing mind-blowing about it. It's a pretty average Captain America shirt, has his logo and his face on it. So it's cool, I definitely like it, but it's nothing like super mind-blowing or anything like that. So that's why I didn't get much higher than that. So 8 out of 10 for quality and branding and just an average design. Not bad or anything, definitely better than any crossover, but nothing super fantastic about it or anything. So 8 out of 10 I think is pretty reasonable. I like it. Next, we got a wacky wobbler of AntMan. So these, the wacky wobblers, they are by Funko, but I don't think this is a very popular series. I personally have never liked them. They've come in boxes before. We've gotten a Deadpool one, we've gotten a Superman one, and I think we got a Ninja Turtles one time. And I think this brand, this little style is just kind of dying out. I don't think it ever was popular because majority of the people, me included, don't like bobbleheads. Like we don't really like them. We accept them because Marvel and Star Wars, they have to be bobbleheads. They don't have a choice. Funko has a licensing deal where they have to make them bobbleheads, so we just kind of accept that and move on. But these kind, like, they purposely make them bobblehead, no matter what brand they are. And they're fine, like, they're good quality, they have good sculpt, they have good paint job, but it's just like, if you have the choice, like, why make it bobblehead? Like, I don't think anyone would go out of their way to get something that's a bobblehead. But the quality is fine, and the size is like kind of, it's not a big sculpture, but it's not a collectible mini, so it's like in between, so there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think this has ever been a popular franchise or series. And even at Comic-Con, when they had exclusives, they weren't like, hey, check out our new wacky Wobbler. Like, no, nobody cared. So they only put out like one of these every once in a while, and I don't think they're collectible at all or increase in value whatsoever, but they're just kind of there. So if you liked Ant-Man, then that's great. If you like bobbleheads for some reason, that's cool too, but this was just okay. I would have much rather had a solid statue, and I think most people would, but hey, at least they're changing it up and doing different things, which I appreciate. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, Ant-Man bobblehead. Next, we got a plush Hulk figure. I actually like this guy. I like the style they did on this, like the way they did the shape of the body, and I think that's really cool. It's something a little bit different, something we haven't seen before that keeps it interesting. Quality's decent. There's not a lot of detail in there. It's basically a picture printed on a piece of fabric and then stitched together, and then they put arms on it, so not super detailed in quality or anything, but it's still really cool. I like it. I definitely like the style, and I'd like to see if they have other characters too. So the brand is Good Stuff, so I might look that up. So I thought that was cool. I always enjoy a plush figure. I like the style of it. Hulk, why not? Next, we got a shot glass. So this is actually a edible shot glass. This is a candy shot glass. Why this is in here, I have no idea. I love it though. I think it's great. My birthday is coming up at the end of the month, so I'm totally gonna have this at my party and eat the shit out of this after I take a shot out of someone's butt crack. So I don't know what purpose this has to be in here, but it's in there, and I think most people would enjoy it. Obviously, people that are over 21 and can purchase alcohol. Like if you're taking a shot, why not eat your shot glass? Why not? But anyway, it's just something sometimes they put in here. Like one time they put the Bean Boozled beans in there. It's just a fun little extra thing. It's not really in theme, but I always like the extra little stuff in there. And it's just filler anyway, but it's cool. It's interesting. I've never seen this before. So hopefully it doesn't taste like ass. But we'll see. Anyway, moving on. Next, a deck of cards. So these are Age of Ultron. Just some playing cards, standard playing cards, nothing special about them. These show up in boxes very often. It's just a common item. Everyone has a use for playing cards. People play it all the time. You can do magic tricks. Like, there's always a use for them somewhere. Just keep them handy whenever you have them. But again, nothing super special, but still pretty useful. Next, we have a Keychain Light. So this is a Deadpool Keychain Light. Now something really cool about this, I highly doubt you'll be able to see here, because all the lights are on me. Yeah, there's no way you can see that. Anyway, the light on here, it looks like a laser pointer, but the light, when you actually shine it, it shines in the shape of a Deadpool logo, which is really cool. I like that. So if you ever want like a light on your keychain or something like that, might as well have a cool one that flashes the Deadpool logo. So that's something interesting and useful, and who doesn't love Deadpool? So I thought that was really cool, and that the design of the logo actually looks really cool. I wish I could show you, but there's too much light. But it was actually a really cool design, so I like that too. Then, we got a necklace. This is a dog tag kind of looking thing, a Batman one. So we have the Batman emblem, and it has like an outer like metal part. This part pops out, so it's kind of like a dog tag where it's like the two hanging things. One fits into the shape of the other. And it's just like a cheap fakeish metal, but actually comes with a little chain, so that's kind of cool if you want to wear like a little dog tag style necklace. And then, the last item. We got a AJLA #1. So this is what I was talking about when I said the box is the wrong shape. Normally they have a bigger box, and they put this size box, which is just barely too small to fit a comic book. It's barely too small, by like 1 centimeter too small. Which, the funny thing about it is, it doesn't matter if it's too small by 1 centimeter or by 10 inches. If it's too small, it's too small. It has to have a bend on it. Like how far it bends depends on the size of the box, but even 1 centimeter, it had to bend a little bit, so it came damaged. The side of it was bent, The corners were kind of bent in because this box is too small. And that's what I mean, like, why did you do that? I understand like making a smaller box to have everything fit, but everything didn't fit. You chose a smaller box and now everything doesn't fit in there. So that's why I was really surprised that they went with that. And they not only did it not come bagged and boarded, but they wouldn't have been able to bag and board it anyway because then it wouldn't have fit in there. So again, the box size, very bad choice, and I don't know why they would do that. That was very weird. So this kind of is I wouldn't say worthless, but it's a damaged comic now, which is kind of a bummer. I don't think it was going to be worth a ton anyway. It's a #1. It's not exclusive or anything, but this is some kind of a special issue. I think it's like a longer issue because the price on it is $5.99, which normally they're only $4. So I think this is like kind of a double issue type of thing or something like that. But anyway, I'm just very surprised to see that they would compromise the quality of things to change the box size for no reason. I'm just still very confused by that. I don't know. Just kind of in the back of my mind bothering me. But anyway, that's all the items in the box. Let's go back through them and talk about some value. First, the shirt. Standard 12 to 15. You know it, you love it, you know all about it. So, but like I said before, rating on the shirt, 8 out of 10. Because I appreciate that it was branded, I appreciate that it's good quality, and it's printed well, because obviously it's professionally done. It's done by professional t-shirt printers. So that's great. So quality was fantastic. And the design was cool. Nothing wrong with it. I definitely liked it. But again, nothing super mind-blowing. So 8 out of 10 I think is more than generous for that value. But either way, 12 to 15. Next, the Wacky Wobbler. So these are going to go about the same price as the shirt, 12 to 15, depending on where you get them from. I've seen them go as low as 12, but I've seen them go as high as 15. It's right around that range because, like I said, these pretty much never increase in value. They usually decrease in value almost immediately. Every time I've gone online, I see them for way less than that. People are selling them for next to nothing because I just don't really think anyone wants them. I don't think it's a popular franchise at all. Or not the franchise, but this style, the Wacky Wobblers, I don't think it's popular at all. So you could easily find this 12 to 15 bucks online and possibly even cheaper if someone's doing an auction. So, but again, quality's fine and everything. There's nothing really wrong with it. I don't think most people like bobbleheads. But I don't think they're going to come up more often. I honestly think they're probably going to phase that out a little bit if they're going to keep it at all because it's just not that popular. They have the pop figures, they have mystery minis, they have plenty to keep their plate full, so I don't see them doing too many more of those. Anyway, next, the shot glass. So this will actually go like $5 or $6 in like a novelty store. I've seen them online sell for around $6. And if they were in, I could see this in like Spencer's or something like that for around that price. It's not super fantastic. It's basically just a piece of candy in a certain shape. So when you think about it that way, it's not super amazing or anything. But it's still cool. I'm totally going to use this. And it's just fun, you know. This isn't for everyone, but it's fun to have a little extra stuff in there. You can always give this to someone who would appreciate it. Everyone has that one alcoholic friend that would love to eat this thing. So it's just a fun little filler, but around $5 or $6 for that. Next, the Hulk plush figure. So most of the time, plush figures of this size go around 10. This one is going to go for 6 to 8, and here's why. Normally, you can tell quality on plush figures. This seems more like a carnival prize because it's very simple in the shape. You see, like it's just kind of the shape of the body and then some arms attached to it. Like I was saying, there's no texture to it. There's just a picture printed on a piece of fabric and then 2 pieces stitched together. So it's definitely lower on quality. Not bad or anything. It's still a very good, I still really like it. It looks very nice, but you can just tell that it didn't cost a lot to make. So by that, you can see that it wouldn't go for a lot in store. And like I said, this looks like a carnival prize because of its simplicity. I like the simplicity, but it just doesn't have high value. So, but I still think it's really cool, and I'd like to see if they have other characters because I genuinely like this style. I think they did a very good job on it, and I like it. But that would go for around 6 to 8 in stores. That's around what they would charge for it. Next, the necklace. So this actually has a price tag on it, which makes it simple. $6.99, so $7. But honestly, I'm going to put a value of 5 to 7 on it because it's $7, but I'm positive you could find this cheaper online on eBay or something like that. I'm sure there are people selling this for like $2 and $3. So It says 7, but I'm going to give it 5 to 7 because I think that's more reasonable. And then our cards. These are right around $5. Like, some places charge as much as like 8 or 10 for a deck of cards, but that's just too much. Like, decks of cards are too common. It's just pictures printed on paper and then stamped out. There's nothing special about them. You could buy bicycle decks or different kinds of them for around $5. They have them at like Rite Aid or Walmart. They have them super cheap, so give or take, but right around $5 because there's really nothing super special about them. They just change the pictures, so nothing special, but still useful. Like, who doesn't love cards? So $5. Next, the Deadpool Light. I really like this. I thought it was a cool light, and I like the little emblem it has down on there. But this is like, again, it's a very cheap light. It's not hard at all to make. It's not like a high quality laser pointer where it has a lot of light. It's just a basic little tiny bulb in there, and they have a little screen for the picture. So this would go like $3 or $4 max. I really couldn't see it going for much more than that because it is cheap in quality. It's still cool, but cheaper. Then the Comet. So like I said before, this has a value on it of $6. I'm not sure why it's more expensive than the average comic. Usually comics are $3.99. That's the general price. So I'm guessing this is some kind of double issue or something like that. Something along those lines that gave it a little more value, why they could charge more, because most number ones are still the same price. But again, it's a bummer that this came damaged because for some ungodly reason they chose to put a smaller box. Again, sorry to keep harping on it, but I don't get it. It's weird. So anyway, that's all the stuff in the box. So with all that in mind, the value on the low end, $54, on the high end, $66. So right around a $60 value, which this box is pretty genuine for giving. This box costs about $40, and they usually give around $60 value, which is decent. You get 50% more than you paid for, which I'd say is good. That's a good value. That's on the good side of values. But the fact of the matter is you're still paying a very high amount for it and only getting a little bit more. But usually you're getting high quality stuff. It's usually always branded. Even though like things like the dog tag and the light are cheaper quality, they're still branded. It's still Batman, it's still DC, it still says Marvel on it. So that's one thing I appreciate about this box. They always get branded stuff. You're never getting shitty crossovers or really crappy, like lame piece of paper posters on there with mashups undermining copyright law. So, like I said in the beginning, you're definitely paying a few dollars more for quality. So if you're tired of mashups and you're tired of like lame, like put together crap that looks like they made themselves, then I would go for this box. This is where you can you're starting to see the differentiation between companies now. You start in this middle point and you're like, pay a little bit extra for things you might want or save some money and suffer in quality. So again, it just depends on what you like. Whether you like to spend a few extra bucks to make sure you get an actual nice shirt that you're going to like, to make sure you get good comics, to make sure you get everything branded. So, that being said, this box is going to get a 6.75 out of 10. You got good value, you get branded stuff, but some of the choices in here weren't great, and I can't get over the fact that they did send a damaged comic. I think most people agree that if you're sending a comic, one, we like number ones, which they did, that's great, but two, I think they need to be bagged and boarded, because comics are great to read, but when you're giving number ones, like, there's a collector's value in there. People want to collect these things. They appreciate this. People want to collect number ones, but they're not going to do that if they come damaged. So I think bagging and boarding them has to be the standard for all boxes. And obviously the standard, this shouldn't have to be said without being, like, this shouldn't have to be mentioned, but get a box that's big enough to fit your shit in it, man. Like, I don't think this should ever have to be mentioned. I'm surprised I have to mention it now to any company. Like, get boxes that are big enough to fit your stuff. I think that's like common sense of making a box company. So the fact that things came damaged hurt the value a little bit, and some of their choices weren't super high in quality. But this wasn't their best month or anything, but I like the shirt and everything like that. So I think 6.75 is going to be fair enough, because nothing mind-blowing here. But again, let me know what you guys think, and we'll take that into consideration before we put this in the monthly review. So, let me know what you guys thought. Power Up Box, 6.75 out of 10. Shirt, 8 out of 10. Love talking to you guys. See you soon. Love you all. Peace.